Hey, how's it going? Good, I hope. Oh, how am I? Not great. Actually, really bad. Yeah, something really terrible happened, and I don't know how to process it. So I thought I could make you be my therapist because I have that power and I can do that. So, and it would just help me out. So if you don't mind, that'd be great. Oh, what's that? You said yes, definitely I would love to. Perfect. I never had a doubt in my mind. Okay, I'm gonna put subtitles on the screen so you have lines I can respond to, and it'll be as close to real therapy as it can get. All right, you ready? I'm gonna walk in and pretend like I'm walking into therapy, and you have to participate, otherwise I'm gonna look really stupid. Okay. Hey, how's it going? I am all right, you know? Yes, actually. Usually I tend to like to have control over a lot of things in my life. It makes me feel safe and comfortable, but recently there have been these things, these externalities that I haven't really been able to control, and it makes me feel weak and powerless, but also alienated because this is something I've never really had to experience ever before. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really hard because I want so badly to take action, but I know these externalities are so out of my control. Yeah, it's Disney. Yeah, you know. Disney the company. Disney the massive fucking conglomerate. They keep making fucking live action remakes when they're never even half as good as the original, and I don't understand why the fuck they keep doing it. It boils my blood, therapist. And you know what movie they just announced? You know what fucking movie they just announced? Fucking Moana. It hasn't even been out for 10 years, and of course they have The Rock already ready to promote it. You know what? If I had it my way, I would burn down Disney headquarters. But no, that's illegal and considered arson. Well, have you ever thought about the arson you're committing on my heart, Disney? Have you ever fucking thought about that? What are you doing? You don't need to call the police. No, okay, cut, guys, cut. You don't have to call the police. This is a bit. I was acting. That's not how I really feel. It was just for the video. It was just for the video. I swear. I swear. See, that made me feel so much better. You do a really good job as a therapist. Too good. Shit, this is gonna get to all of the psychology majors' heads. So now you know what we're talking about today. Live action remakes, my worst enemy. Oh yeah, what about misogynists, Saji? That's a good point. Misogynists are bad. Really bad. But today we're talking about live action remakes, which aren't as bad as misogynists, but still bad. Now, if you watch my channel, I'm sure you agree with me as to why I dislike live action remakes. They're lazy, quick cash grab, there's no originality, and they're devoid of the magic that they were trying to capture in the first place. Take The Lion King, for example. The original was beautiful, culturally enriched, emotionally driven, humorous, and colorful. It was made during the Disney animation renaissance, so naturally it holds a lot of nostalgic value. And then Disney decided to do a live action remake, and it pretty much lacked everything that made the original so iconic. How are we supposed to feel the same emotion when your characters can't even express emotion? You really want me to react the same way during the scene where Mufasa dies? Sorry, spoilers.
Long live the king!
I cried more while watching the National Geographic. And that's the other thing that only really has to do with anthropomorphizing animals, and that is that they're now real animals. You've made them real animals. So now it's going to be harder for the audience to convince themselves that shit, this convincing ass CGI animal is talking. It's literally counterintuitive to what you're trying to accomplish. I didn't feel anything during the live action remake of The Lion King because it's gonna be a lot harder to take a lion that looks like this and have him express himself the same way he did when he looked like this. People already know animation is a step further away from reality, so it's easier for the audience to suspend their disbelief on top of the freedom you have to express your characters the way you want with animation. That's what makes live action and animation so different. They're completely different formats. So unfortunately for you, you're gonna have to be just a tad more creative than just copying and pasting every scene, which Jon Favreau did, by the way. And okay, if you want to be faithful to the original, then that's fine, but I would rather be a timeless classic that takes inspiration much more than a forgetful remake. But this isn't even a good critique on my part because Mulan tried this and fell flat on its face and then rolled into a grave to be forgotten about forever. Seriously, I forgot the live action version even fucking existed before sitting down to write this video. Again, the original is amazing for all the same reasons that The Lion King was amazing, but in its own way. But unlike The Lion King remake that tried to recreate everything word for word, the Mulan remake tried to lean into the live action and made significant changes. But they weren't good changes. They were really bad. Like, I don't know, maybe getting rid of all the music, which is like one of the best things about the original. Or getting rid of the whimsical and humorous side characters that played such an important role in Mulan's character development.
Porridge! And it's happy to see you.
Okay, but it's fine because you have a vision, right? You want to make this film more serious and realistic. All right, so what do you got? Okay, a shapeshifter that can turn into a falcon and can possess other people. Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. She can shapeshift into anything, not just a falcon. Okay, thanks. You fixed it, thanks. Thank you. And what's stupid is we have these micro categories within this live action remake genre that are conflicting because one side is the goody two-shoes that wants to suck up and target the kids just like the original, and the other side is the trouble child that wants to be an adult and does stupid shit to get attention. Well, both of these kids deserve timeout because they're both wrong. They're both fundamentally incorrect because they have the wrong intentions. And that is that Disney wants to make money, and Disney knows how to make money, and Disney does so by baiting us with nostalgia. So really, they couldn't care less about the finished product or critical reviews because they're gonna have a great payday regardless. And this doesn't just go for Disney, this goes for any live action remake or unnecessary fifth movies or video game adaptations. I'm looking at you, Mario. Companies know what you want and they know what makes you feel good. But they're gonna, here comes the airplane, and you're gonna get all distracted because that spoon is moving like an airplane. And you don't know how it's doing that. But before you can even question it, the spoon is already in your mouth. And all you can think about is how what you're eating is supposed to be peaches. And it might be, but you don't know. It tastes similar. What did you just put in my mouth? Animation has gone through hell, man. And there are still plenty of people that won't take animated movies seriously because of the preconceived bias that they're for kids. Like Oscar. Sorry, I have a friend named Oscar, and I know that's going to get him. Obviously, I was talking about the Oscars. They have their own separate award categories. Animated films can't even win Best Picture. They have to win Best Animated Picture. But this stigma is only being reinforced with live-action remakes. First of all, the original animation is perfectly fine on its own. And in fact, making a new version that isn't animated but with real people is actually an insult. Because it insinuates that you're going to be doing something better or different, but you're not. And it would be different if you did. It's like saying, oh, this movie's so good, but you know what would make it even better? If it was made with real people, which completely disregards one of the major factors as to why the movie is so good in the first place. Because of the animation. The genre of live action is placed on a disturbingly high pedestal when it should be on the same level as every other genre. If you really want to celebrate your films by recreating them, maybe just do a remaster with new animation and technology. That way, you aren't actively taking away from the genre, but adding to it, like video games do. Also, live action remakes aren't just hurting animation, they're also hurting the opportunities for original characters and original stories. Yes, it's great that people of color are getting the opportunity to play such iconic roles, like Chloe Bailey as Ariel, regardless of if a lot of people dislike it for stupid and ignorant reasons. It just doesn't fit the image I have in my head from my childhood. Shut up, you're racist and you've just internalized it. But as much as I cheer on these actors and actresses, I also think that they deserve their own stories and characters, not just a ripoff of an iconic character. We should be building new and impactful stories. Plus, people wouldn't be be able to spew indirect racism. It would be more direct and in your face. But hey, people love to veil their racism, and when they can't do that, there's less of it. They'll probably find a way. And meanwhile, there are original stories being made with diverse casts, but big budget remakes are stealing the spotlight. And then we get to Moana, my breaking point and the reason why I made this video. I want to show you the announcement video that The Rock did. Some people may know this. I did mention this in a video. I don't like The Rock. He isn't a rock. His name is very misleading.
Aloha, everyone, from beautiful Hawaii. We are here on the island of Oahu, where I did a lot of my growing up. As you know, Hawaii means so much to my family and me, and the traditions of our ohana, or ainga, as we say in Samoa, were shaped by these incredible islands.
Okay, yes, they're doing a remake of a movie that was made 7 years ago. I am slightly surprised, but it's beyond the point. It really seems like this time they're leaning into the culture of this film to defend its making. We know you're Samoan, Mr. Rock, and not in fact a rock, but that isn't a valid reason to make a remake already. And the fact that you're with your daughters, I know they're only there because everyone thinks they're cute and you think everyone's gonna fall for it and give you their money, when I promise you it's not gonna happen. All right, nobody's gonna fall for that at all.
We are so excited and happy to announce that a live-action reimagining of Moana is in the works. Moana, Gramatala, the music, the dance, Te Fiti, Pua the pig, the village, the beautiful, powerful ocean, and one more, what's that guy's? Oh!
Ah, yes, of course. The icing on the cake. The Rock is playing Maui, which obviously I expected, but it just isn't something I can imagine, especially because he wasn't really faithful to the physical adaptation for Black Adam. He would have looked really cool with pointy ears and hair, just like how Black Adam is supposed to look. But no, he just put on the costume. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did the same thing for Maui. You guys want to see my impression of The Rock playing Maui? I've been working on this one for a minute. Hey, it's me, Maui! Guys, it's actually me, The Rock. I didn't change my appearance because I'm a really good actor and everyone already knows who I am. So it really wouldn't make much sense. I'm Maui, but live action. See, good, right?
So as you guys can see, perfect timing as the sun comes out, just how deep this story is for me. Because in a way, when I bring Maui to life, I'm doing it in the spirit of my grandfather.
Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Okay, I'll say this. There are other things you could do in the spirit of your grandpa, and not just remake a film that doesn't need to be remade. We know you're gonna get paid like $10 million. I don't know why actors pretend like we can't access that information. See, look. Dwayne took home a massive paycheck after Moana wrapped. His pay for voice acting and singing totaled to $21 million. See? That was easy. I actually think actors and just rich people in general would actually be respected more if they were just more upfront with how much they were making. Okay, well, that's pretty much the whole announcement video. The rest is just him doing a cute bit with his daughters, which, you know, doesn't fucking work on people. How does this keep happening? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. I will never really be in support of live action remakes or adaptations. I never know what he's saying. Something I really like. I just know the company's intentions, and I could never do it. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna...
So we finally got an update on that live-action Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa?
Live-action Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa?
Patreon time. Tier 1 patrons Teddy, Sharon Forrest, Mark, Annalyn, Emma, Alexandra. Tier 2 patrons Vanessa Karen, Sophia Vanilla, Sav C, Samir Truesdale, Matthew MacLeod, Ken, Casey, John Grob, Elka, Birdie S, Big Eye Mel, Rakova Kovali, Izzy, Dez, Sid, Tip Fox, That One Queer, and May. And Tier 3 patrons Lucy Goosey, Jack, Edgar Rangel, Ankush Sagal, and Adeline Grubb. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great rest of your day. And enjoy this sick after video freestyle by yours truly. I'm so tired, but the video's done. Now I'm gonna go have some fun. Maybe watch some TV, cause it makes me happy. And eat a burrito while I watch a show on the couch. Use a burrito as a blanket. I wear clothes, but they're not clothes. They're burritos. I'm happy and completed. I'm not conceited. And I'm ending the video now. Okay, bye-bye.